Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Montefusco and I'm a lover of all things when it comes to makeup, and today I'm going to be doing a continuation of my eyeshadow brush video. So today I'm just going to be giving you all a quick overview of my favorite face brushes. I have both natural hair brushes and also some synthetic brush alternatives in case you don't use natural hair brushes. So if you're interested in hearing about the face brushes in my collection and how I use them, then you should definitely keep on watching. All right, so I'm gonna go in order of how I use these face brushes normally when I do my makeup. Some of these I don't have synthetic hair alternatives to, but I think most of them I do. So let's start with a bronzer brush that I love. So I only use cream bronzer. Powder bronzer, I've just really never tried it that much, and when I do, I feel like since I'm pale, it's just harder to blend. I don't know, I love cream cheek products, as you all know. So my favorite brush for applying cream bronzer is this one. So this is the Rephr number 4. It is a very small angled brush. So I love this angle. It's really good to get into my cheekbones, and this is a great brush. How I use it is I dip into my cream bronzer and then I just stipple and blend by stippling, and then I just love this angle for getting right in there. It's just so good. So this is a great brush. Rephr's brushes are all natural hair, so if you are a vegetarian, vegan, someone who just doesn't like using natural hair brushes, then don't get this one. But Rephr, I feel like, is just a great brand to get brushes from. Their brushes are based on Japanese brushes and that sort of style of brushes, the fude brushes, but they're fude at a more approachable price point, and they're just really nice. So this is my favorite bronzer brush. I love this angle. I love how small it is. I can really get precise bronzer application, and it's a reasonable price, especially when they do have sales, and they do have sales relatively often. So if you're interested in Rephr, I would say wait until they have a site-wide sale or something in their concept store, but they're great brushes and I love this. But I do not have a synthetic alternative to this. I only have this natural hair one. Next, let's talk about powder. I have two brushes to talk about, one natural, one synthetic. So let's start with the natural one, and this is also from Rephr, surprise, surprise. And this is the Rephr number 5. This is a very small powder brush, and I actually do use this one in multiple ways. So this is great for applying my Hourglass ambient lighting powder just all over my face. Again, it is smaller, so I can really get like just very specific on where I want the application, which I love. It's, you know, I would say this is medium density of bristles. I love the cut of this, the rounded bristles. It's just a really nice brush. I also use this with blush sometimes. So I have this Chanel Fleur de Printemps blush duo. So it has a like shimmery corally blush on one side and then more of like a highlight on the other side. And I love to mix them both together with this brush and just like lightly apply that corally blush and highlight to my face. And I feel like this brush does a great job at that. So this is a multi-use brush. You can use this for powder, you can use this for blush. I've seen people use this for bronzer, not something I do just because I do use cream bronzers, not powder bronzers. But this brush is very versatile. It's a very nice size. Again, I love Rephr's quality. This is a great brush. If you want a powder brush that is on the larger side, definitely densely packed, more affordable, and also it's synthetic. And this is the EcoTools brush that I have. So this is the EcoTools full powder brush. This is a densely packed brush. This is just great for applying powder all over your face if that's something that you do. This brush is definitely a lot bigger than the Rephr, so I'll compare them in size. Definitely a lot bigger. I would say this is like 2.5 like Rephr brushes, kind of. I don't know. Very, it's a very not exact measurement there, but this is a great brush. I love the domed shape of it. It's great for applying powder. Since it is densely packed, it can be kind of easy to overdo on powder if that's not something you're into. So light taps is all you need to get some powder on your face, all over your face. It's a very soft brush. I would say this is like one of the softest brushes I own. It is so soft and so nice. This is just a great brush, and you can find this at like Walmart, Target, EcoTools is pretty inexpensive. It's synthetic, so if you don't like using natural hair brushes, this is a great option. So this is just a great brush and I really enjoy it. Sort of in a similar category, so this is a blush brush that I really like. This is also synthetic and this is also from the drugstore. So this is my Japonesque 945 brush. So I got this from a Walmart near me when I was going to university at the University of Tennessee. And the Walmart was closing down and they had like 50% off a bunch of their stuff. And I saw this brush and I was like, dang, this is a nice brush and it's 50% off, so I should buy it. And I did, and it was a great deal. So this again has definitely densely packed bristles compared to the EcoTools brush. I would say this is definitely more round at the top, while the EcoTools has a bit of a taper to the bristles. This one does not. You could use this for powder if you want to. I personally like using this for blush. Because it is so densely packed, you need to tap the tiniest little amount and then just use a very light hand to apply your blush. This is how I use this brush. This brush is very heavy and weighty, more so than the Rephr. The Rephr is very lightweight, and the EcoTools I would say is somewhere in between, but this brush is heavy. This brush is nice, and I just love, like, the barrel is just so nice. The handle just feels thick in your hand. It's just a beautiful brush. It's really good for blush, but I could see someone using this for powder, just like face powder, or maybe even bronzer. So I feel like this is a really versatile brush. It's really nice, and if you can find it on sale like I did, even better. So let's move to highlighter. I have 3 highlighter brushes I want to show you. 2 are synthetic and 1 is natural. So let's start with the natural hair. And this is my Rephr number 18. This is a very small, precise highlighting brush. So like compared to my cheekbone, like look at how small this is. You can really get a detailed highlight on the tip of your nose, above your lip, on your cheeks. Like this is a really great brush for that. I would say these brushes, or these bristles, excuse me, are medium density, medium packed. So it's not so intense that like you tap into your highlighter and it's like, bam, too much pigment, you know? So this is just a great brush. I really enjoy this brush. It's just a nice size for precise highlighting. It's just a great brush, and again, I love Rephr brushes. I feel like I'm more of a fan of Rephr's eye brushes versus their face brushes, but their face brushes are also really, really good. So this is a great option for a small highlighting brush. If you want something that is synthetic, let me show you this brush. So this is a Sonia Kashuk brush. This is called the tapered highlighting brush. I'm not sure if this is sold anymore. If it is, I'll link it down below. If it's not, I'll find something similar from Sonia Kashuk. If you want natural hair brushes that are really good quality at the drugstore, Sonia Kashuk is another great option. I feel like EcoTools, Japonesque, and Sonia Kashuk are like the holy trinity of cheap, synthetic, good quality brushes. Maybe not cheap is the right word, but like budget friendly, you know? Like these brushes are not your cheapest brushes at the store, but they are budget friendly and they are also synthetic, but they feel so nice. Again, these bristles are just so soft. It's just a nice small tapered brush. It feels nice and weighty, nice barrel. Compared to the Rephr brush is definitely shorter, and I would say bristle-wise, they're pretty similar, very similar shape with that tapered point. I would say the Sonia Kashuk is just a little bit wider and the bristles are a little bit more densely packed, but other than that, they're really similar brushes. So this is a great alternative to the Rephr if you just don't want a natural hair brush or you don't want to spend that kind of money. I'm pretty sure this is less expensive than the Rephr. So Sonia Kashuk brushes as a whole, I really enjoy them, and this is a really good one. And a different style of highlighting brush. If you are the kind of person that likes a fan brush for your highlighting, but you don't want like one of those rinky-dinky fan brushes, I have an option for you, and this is from EcoTools. So this is just EcoTools' fan brush, and it is really good. So it has that traditional fan brush shape, of course, but it has a lot of bristles. Like I feel like fan brushes are known for just being like really thin bristles, kind of scratchy, not great. This is just nice nice EcoTools, soft bristles, nicely packed, just a really great brush. So I don't use this as much as I used to because I prefer a brush like this where I have more of that tapered specific, you know, highlighting brush. But this is a great fan brush option for highlight, bronzer, contour, whatever you use a fan brush for. And it's relatively inexpensive and it's synthetic bristles. It's just a really good brush. I like EcoTools' face brushes and this is a really good option. And the last brush I'm gonna show you, this brush can be used multiple ways. I personally use it to put powder under my eyes, whether that's powder just under my eyes if I'm not baking or to brush away the baked powder that I have under my eyes. But I could also see this be used as a highlighting brush. And this is from Rephr, and this is the Rephr number 19. So this is definitely a lot flatter of a brush versus the 18. It's also taller. It's a bit more tapered, those bristles. And I would say it's wider. It's definitely a wider brush. And the bristles are, I would say, about the same in regards to how dense they are. But I like to use this brush just under the eye. It's just a really nice shape for under the eye. But if you want to use this for highlight, if you want to use this for blush, I mean, you do that. And I feel like makeup brushes, especially face brushes, eye brushes are versatile, but I feel like you look at an eye brush, you can see like one or two ways to use it, and that's pretty much that. With face brushes, I feel like the sky is the limit. You can use a face brush like 5 different ways and it works well and they're very versatile. But this is a great brush from Rephr. I use it for under my eyes. So those are all of the face brushes that I wanted to talk to you about. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will link all of these brushes down below. If for some reason a brush is unavailable, I will try to find the best alternative from either that brand or another brand that is similar. So all the Rephr brushes, I believe, are available. It might be some of those EcoTools, Japonesque, Sonia Kashuk ones that I might have to find some alternatives just because those are a bit older in my collection and my Rephr brushes are either a year old or younger. So just keep that in mind. If you like this video, please like this video. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you like me, please subscribe. I post 3 times a week about everything related to beauty, makeup, fragrance, all of that really fun stuff. We have a great time here and I'd love for you to join my community here. And if you have anything to comment down below, any thoughts on these brushes, if you've tried any face brushes that you think I should try, let me know down below. And with that, thank you for spending a little part of your day with me and I will see you all next time.